Just when I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah, yeah, yeah. See, if you believe in the God in you, it's a better place. Creating the force and the power to live a better. Just know that love and joy and peace is one in all of the same space. That you were chosen just like God. Can mine, the energy. Can mine. How can mine your energy? That's right. How can mine say? Only you can make the change. How can mine shine your energy? How can mine shine so bright from darkness to light. Hey, hey, hey. From darkness to light. Yeah. And you'll find your way out. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it won't seem way out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The power of God will flow through you from way out.
Welcome. This is Alchemizing Energy. I am your host, DJ Genesis, and today I'm here with Egun. Hold on, Awo, Bami, and
OgunGbemi.
OgunGbemi. Egun. I get the Egun and Ogun mixed up, so
It's okay.
Bami. And we also have another guest with us, but it looks like he lost connection. We've been trying to work on this connection over the past 15 minutes, and we still losing connection. So I don't know what's going on. But when he comes back, we'll introduce him as well. Who's the guest that's going to be here with us? What's his name?
Say again.
Who's our guest that's with us today? What's his name?
Awofaka Tundi, I believe that's how you pronounce his name.
Awofaka Tundi. Okay, all right. So today we are discussing
Fala Tundi.
Fala Tundi. Oh, okay, all right. So today we are discussing your book about Yoruba Orisha Psychology and Astrology. So what was it that prompted you to write this book? Let's give me some background on who is OgunGbemi. Give us some background on who you are, and let's go into how did you get inspired to write this book?
Well, my government name is Ivan Kibbe, and if you're friends with me on Facebook, I normally open up these stories. I give Patakis, fables, folklores that I give by saying my name is OgunGbemi, also known as Ivan Kibbe to some. But the place that I'm originally from is New Orleans, Louisiana, Lower Ninth Ward. We migrated to Kenner, and then we began to spend some time in different parts of Louisiana until I finally found my home here in Texas. As far as my background in spirituality, I came up just about like everybody else that's in the Black community as trusting in Jesus. I don't browbeat anybody that trusts in Jesus or has any other faith other than mine, because that's one thing that I learned from my journey, is that everyone has their own belief and their own truth, and no one has the right to tell them what is truth and what is not truth. Anyone that does that demonstrate how arrogant and foolish they are. So I began to study psychology because I knew that something wasn't right with me. I can't speak for everybody else, but I knew something wasn't right with me because there were certain things that I can do and I didn't have a conscience about doing those things. And that let me know that something wasn't right. You know, when other people are saying that there's something wrong with particular things that you do in your culture, if you have enough folks that's frowning upon it, maybe you might need to take a closer gander at it to find out what's really happening. So that's what I begin to do. Check out myself, as the custom that I'm in now demonstrates. They tell you that one thing you should do is keep your eyes on your own mat. So I begin to study, and learned different avenues of my own personality, learned things about what we call the limbic brain, learned how a lot of us are struggling because we refuse to face our emotional damage or our child trauma, things that need to be worked on in our subconscious, just the number of things that as a culture, my people have ignored. Not just my people, but a lot of other people also. So, in doing this, you come across a lot of other people that are on their spiritual journey, and we label that as woke. To me, that is a very entertaining idea. But, you begin to fellowship with people that say that they're woke, and you adopt that term too. And so that drafted me to some other things that deal with African cosmology, that deal with indigenous studies, and finding out what really resonated with me. So that's when I got into Ifa, or what some people say Fa, in the study of the Orishas. There's so much information out there, so much. It's a plethora of it. And the information that really began to resonate with me is how, if you study astrology, you can see how the stars, or the things that we call zodiacs, really do correlate with indigenous studies. That you can see how, like Ogun, there's a thing that deals with Mars with him, the particular month of April. You begin to put those things together, and once you put those things together and they work for you, and then you go out in the field and see if it works in the field. And once I took it to the field, I saw that it worked, and I was like, oh, okay then. And that's what made me decide to start writing about it, because there, through stories or oral tradition, our people really passed on science, passed on things that can really help us mentally by verbally saying that. Not just because words carry weight, but the vibration of those words bring about change in us subconsciously. So that is the majority of the reason why I wrote the book, and I put little beautiful pictures in there to spark your attention. And in my first book, if the people that have bought it, they'll tell you, hey, it don't have any numbers in it. And I'm like, I did that purposely, because I wanted the people to look for, I wanted the people to look for the information that I had in it. So instead of just going to the table of contents and finding information, I wanted them to look. I wanted them to make it a diligent study for themselves to see what information was in there.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you, for the people that are watching, if anybody, we're going to actually do an exercise toward the end of today's live stream, where we're going to allow people to be able to give their birth date. What all do you need to be able to kind of exercise some of the information, like to kind of use this book from a psychological standpoint? So this book is clearly a book on psychology, that you're using what the people's birth date to understand things about them and their characteristics.
Yes, indeed.
With the Orisha, what Orisha they're connected to.
Indeed. So I got a little flock from some Babalawos that I know, because at first they were reluctant to accepting what was in the book until I demonstrated it to them. Once they saw the demonstration, they were like, okay, yeah, all right then. That, because see, when most folks hear about the book, immediately they go into judging the fact that, oh no, yeah, there's no such thing as knowing what's over your head without having an effective Babalawo tell you who's over your head. Well, what I do does not interfere with that. I still take, I don't care if you go and have your head what some people call crowned, or if you go and what's the other word? Go to have your head read. It doesn't matter how you go about to find out who's over your head or you came here to earth with. You still are able to use the information based on the day that you were born and the month. It won't collide or anything. It'll ride in harmony and flow, even though you have a read or a crowning of who is over your head.
Let me, before we go any further, because we're gonna have some people that are Christian that are gonna come through this live stream, and they're gonna say things like this, and I just want to address this right quick. Now I get it that you guys that you are a Christian and that you believe in the Bible, and you would hate for someone to go into a church in the middle of a sermon and say stuff like this, like, well, Obatala, Orisha, ancestors, they know not what they're talking about it with Jesus, So I don't think it's right for Christians to come into a thing when people are talking about their spiritual beliefs and be judgmental with this Lord Jesus and with this a mindset of judgment and of criticism. I mean, I get it that you believe that your religion is the only way and the truth and the light, but there's other people that with other religions and beliefs that you have to respect, that you should respect, And this is not the only, there's only not the only one way of living. Other people live different ways and they have different things they believe in. So cut it out. Have some respect. I can't stand when people do that. I saw a thing where a guy was talking to a voodoo priestess and talking about how their ancestors was demons and can I pray for you and this, that, the other. That is spell work right there. That when people do that, that is I can't describe it, but it's disrespectful.
The very thing of what you're saying is, let me put it to you this way. When you don't know what your authenticity is, you'll criticize or become critical of others.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in a nutshell. When you don't know who you are, you become critical of others.
Exactly. And so you come into a place that people are not even, that nobody's bothering you, and then you want to put your opinion on somebody else when it ain't got nothing to do. If this is not the place for you, then you shouldn't compel them to come to the Lord. Compel the power of Christ compels you. Like who? Like, what are we doing here? I'm sorry, but come on now. Come on. Chill out. Wait, listen, we talking about astrology here. If you don't like it, you think that the demon's gonna jump through the screen at you because of you talking about that demonic astrology.
That's very interesting.
Don't watch it.
Why are they listening to your show?
Right. The devil's gonna get you. We talking about that astrology. They lost the Lord, whatever. Come on now.
Well.
Anyways, we was having such
a lot of them don't believe in astrology, but they celebrate their birthday. That is very funny to me. Mm-hmm. That is very funny to me.
You say only thing astrology does is celebrate your birthday, right?
Monica, I can't hear you.
I'm sorry because I will. You can't hear me now. Can you hear me?
Would you like me to go out and come back in?
I'm gonna go out and come back in because I think.
Would you like me to go out and come back in? Because I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, because what's happening is I will Taiwo. There's so many different accounts that are coming up. Okay, let's see. All right.
I saw it a few minutes ago.
There's a few accounts that are trying to come up, but I think that they're having sound problems.
Okay.
Hello, guys. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, and who? Let's see. Awo Fana Sagun. Who is that? Is that another account?
So you asking me?
Yeah, that's my twin trying to come in.
Okay. So is that should I remove that one? That Fani Sagun.
Yeah, he trying to get in.
Well, I have he's added, but there's no. Okay, let's see. Let's try to see if we remove this one and add this one. All right, here we go. Can you unmute yourself? Unmute, unmute, unmute. I don't know. So he's trying, but okay. Let's continue. Hey, YS Millennial, I've been gone for a second. Yes, it will work. You know, we've been trying to get. They've been trying to get up here for. Okay, all right. We got 2 people. So, anyways, let's get the show continued. So, we're talking about astrology and psychology. What is the importance of understanding your actual astrology? What is astrology? What is psychology? And how are these things combined with the Orisha?
Well, most people will tell you that the astrology study is the study of the body of the planets, and that's all good and dandy. And everybody has their place. You know, you can get different opinions about what astrology is. So I use that to get people that are really into astrology to get their attention, and the people that are really into Orishas at this time or into indigenous studies or African cosmology. I use the Orishas to get their attention. So at the end of the day, once it's put all together, my whole objective is to minister to you in the areas of hurt that no one is poking at you to address and to take responsibility for it through stories. But I also have developed a talent to where I can, what some people call, read you based on it.
So that's interesting. So this book, like, if you have a person's birth date, you have their their date of birth. You're capable of then give giving them like the outline of what's going to happen or whatever, or what not what's going to happen, but what their characteristics are or what might be going on psychologically, like to give a reading.
Even traumatic areas that they're holding on to.
Okay. So let's get a little bit deeper into this. You said that you got a lot of pushback when you tried to introduce the concept to other Babalawos.
Yeah, I know quite a few Babalawos, and some of them are strictly tradition. And when I say tradition, I am talking about tradition to their house. I'm not talking about like what some people, for some odd reason, think that Ifa is in a box, and I don't know why, but bless their heart. So, but everyone has their own opinions because they guide their house according to the tradition that was passed on to their house. So once some of those people heard what I had to offer, they were astounded. They couldn't believe it. They have adopted, some of the teachings that are in the book.
Okay. What problems does this book solve that other books on the Orisha don't?
Well, some books only tell you about the Orishas, and they point to the mysticism of them and the power of them, but a lot of them that I have read have not pointed to address that within yourself. The power, everything that an Orisha has within it, you do too.
I try to explain it to people that all the Orisha are functions of the body.
Yes.
And so when people try to make it, demonize it, and even people that are Jesus Christ followers, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
So who's speaking right now? Taiwo? Who's talking?
You heard someone else?
Yeah, he just said something. I don't know. He's trying to come in, but he's having some audio issues.
Okay.
We had this resolved earlier, but I guess I don't know. We lost his audio, but we had it resolved. We were going in and out having the issue. It might be because I'm recording the session. Sometimes when we do that recording, it creates an error. So I don't know if that might be the issue. Like whenever I do the allow local recordings, people have issues. Can you hear us, Awo? But he still can't hear us.
I see him.
Yeah. Yeah, I allowed local recordings, and I should have never did that because every time I do that, people have trouble hearing.
It doesn't have a filter.
I don't know.
Hey,
So, anyways, let's continue.
from the freezer, left the lid, and they died.
So, how do you define Orisha psychology?
So as I was saying, what I did is I took a multitude of different, I guess you can say, the Orisha patakis or the Orisha stanzas or the Orisha stories, folklore, whatever you like to label them as, and I begin to see a pattern of behavior in there, just the same way as I will give you a story to bring about a change of behavior. Is pretty much what I've done. I take the Orisha and the stanza, or the Odu, as some people would tell you, and that is a level of consciousness. I place that in written form in a story, and it coincides with the energy of when you were born. I can't give you all the signs because then I'll have everybody doing it.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. So
So,
go ahead.
so this is a tool that you could use. A person when they read this book, they're able to basically, uh, kind of read through this book and kind of get to understand people, like, or
Yes,
okay.
yes, yes, and they'll understand themselves even better.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing: is that see, let me just also say this. I'm because this Mr. Biblical guy is like in here talking crap. He says theology is more interesting, And so here's the thing: this is theology.
I'm kind of curious to know, as I said earlier, what is it that sparks them about your show? If they're if they're true to what they believe in, why are they listening to your show? If this is demonic, why would they want to have anything to do with demonic activity? So that tells me that we're dealing with a lot of people that don't know who they are or know what they faith represent. Because number one, Jesus was the first one said, "Judge not, lest you be judged." So until you understand that that deals with, if you have a problem with someone, you keep that to yourself. You
Mm,
don't judge outwardly, you judge inwardly. That teaches you who you should be around and who you shouldn't be around, what you should do and what you shouldn't do. But the number one thing you shouldn't do is project how you feel about somebody onto them. Learn
exactly.
your book. Learn your book. Learn your book. Learn your book.
Right, right. You can learn your book.
Learn your book.
You're believing in something you don't even know the full how the way to even exercise it. Because I heard that even the Bible it discusses astrology.
In a large area, but that's not my field. I stay in my lane.
But here's the thing: is that so when you go so quick to judge, but then you'll find out that if you go dig deeper into even the Bible itself, astrology is a huge part of it. Astronomy is a huge part of it. You guys have if you actually go deeper into it and study it esoterically and not just the hidden meanings behind a lot of the things in the Bible, you'll find that a lot of the stuff it's very similar to Ifa. But the thing is that because people have been colonialized in their mind, when they come across this type of hidden occultic knowledge that has more normally been hidden for such a time, and now it's being able to be brought out, people just can't take that. They can't. It's evil. It's witchcraft. It's astrology. That's soothsaying. But
They're on their way. They're on their way out. They're on their way out. So we're not going to judge anybody. People that are curious about African cosmology and indigenous studies, even if they're just listening online, they realize that there's something that's not resonating in what they're currently studying. So that's why they're ready to move around.
yes. And so my question is that And I also heard, even like I said in the Bible, Jesus represents the sun. I think that he goes through different ages of Aquarius and Pisces, and if you actually know the hidden meanings of certain things, so if you do some more research, you'll find out that things that you think that are so different and separate from what you already practice, you'll find a lot of similarities. But if you don't know about it because the things have been hidden from you and been demonized, just like people are coming in here and demonizing something, it's better to have an understanding of something. And that's why this information is being brought out, that Ifa is coming more out in the open, so people can like be aware of this information, this technology, because it actually can help you with your mental health and different things. This is not no one is talking about how to go and hurt anybody. We're talking about how to heal yourself mentally, your psychology, how to deal with people. So don't come in here with that, Thank you very much, And you sounded just like a father earlier. What you just said, see, what you need to do is you sounded just like somebody's daddy. You can tell you a father, because I felt like I was being scolded by my dad when you said, "You people on the inside, what you need to do, what's going on inside of you."
That's right.
Like,
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You important. You important. Right. That expression that the earth doesn't revolve around you is a lie. The earth does revolve around you.
The earth revolves around you.
Yes. The expression, the earth don't revolve around you. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So let that marinate with you. Create your world.
Right. Whatever you don't want in your world, don't be around it. No one's forcing you to be around anything that you don't want into your world. You make your world.
I was a part of a meeting today. I was privileged to be a part of a meeting today with what we would call the Great Mothers, or the Iami. Mm-hmm. And the thing that I learned was quite phenomenal. I said that I was going to make a pataki about it, a story, but I feel like this is the perfect space to give it. Mm-hmm. So as a child, some of us, when we went to school, we went to learn something. And the moment we raised our hand because we didn't know something, the other kids that did know began to snicker or to point at us or to ridicule us. And we'd shut up because now we feel dumb or we feel ashamed that we didn't know. So that attitude goes into your adulthood too, to where when there's something that you would like to learn or something that you would like to do, you don't pursue it because you don't want somebody to make fun of you because you don't know it. And in that meeting, there was a guy that said some things, and he came on the back end of the meeting. So it seemed as though he was being picked on, when in actuality, it took the love and the nurturing of the mothers who were on the call to vindicate what he was going through and how he went about to express it. So the overall deal of what I got out of it, and a part of it is something that I've written in my book, is about how whenever you feel trapped or secluded, it takes love to get you untrapped or secluded. And I hope everybody really understands that, because no matter what kind of trauma you have been through, it takes the nurturing and the love of the feminine principle or feminine energy, whatever you would like to label it as, but it takes love to bring you out of that.
Amen, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you,
man. So and what do you think? Out of all those things, why do people misunderstand most about Yoruba spirituality? Like you just did, what you did was you gave a pataki, right? Mm-hmm. So people, for you guys, what is define what a pataki is, and then go into what do you think that is the most misunderstood thing about Yoruba spirituality?
Well, the pataki doesn't come from the Yoruba. That comes from Lukumi, if I'm not mistaken, and it means to behead. So beheading means to chop off the way of thinking that that person has currently and replace it with something else. You chopping it because Ogun is the one that carries the sword or carries the knife, and he represents transformation. So once you chopped off the old head, you got a new one. So the stories are meant for that, to bring about an elevated way of thinking. So you're always gonna have people bickering and fighting about what spirituality really is and about what it means for somebody's life, and pointing the finger at other people because they don't really realize what it means about their life. The ones that know what it means about their life, you won't even see them acknowledging somebody that's sitting up here saying, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. You won't even see them flicker. They'll keep on talking about what is real to them because they understand that that is their belief. That is their kingdom. So they have to understand how to govern their kingdom. And once you understand how to govern your kingdom, then there's no one that can really defeat your kingdom unless negotiations happen. What is that? That's when someone talks. That's when someone is talking with you about a certain issue you may be having, and you may not know how to conquer that in your kingdom. And that knowledge that they give you brings about that little elevation of your kingdom. That's where negotiations of peace come in. So, I hope that wasn't too metaphorically, but that's where you submit to someone else's idea of what something means, because what you're doing is not working for you. So you take that into consideration and you put that amongst your council in your kingdom, and your kingdom elevates. Ashe?
Ashe.
Mm-hmm.
So is this book mainly written for beginners, practitioner, or psychologists?
It's written for everybody. It's really easy reading. I mean, if you're a fifth grader, you'll get what's going on in the inside of it.
Oh, that's good. Okay. And I see that you've written many books. This is not your only book. I see you've written several books. So you're a practice author. So, and I'm going to share that link with I've already put it in the chat. So if you guys get a chance, please check out his books. He's written several books, Here's another question. Can Orisha be understood as psychological archetypes, or are they something more?
It depends on what group is talking, because it's not limited to principles. It's not limited to nature. Is really in the eye of the beholder of what the individual needs. That's why no one can put a coin on it and say you're wrong.
Right. Because I found the archetypical aspects of Orisha. I was able to look at understand Orisha from a certain level and say, well, it seems like that these things represent archetypes of men, archetypes of characteristics of different people and how they behave in certain situations. But then when they can be broken down even further into other things as well. Yeah,
indeed.
So it's really what you're picking out to what you focus on. That's why this belief is because it kind of morphs to what
that right
person needs at the moment. Right.
Yes. It's growing and ever living. So anyone that sits up and tells you you're lunching, bless their heart.
How does because even I was told when I got initiated is that you're supposed to still go to church. Your ancestors, they were Christians, and you still need to go to mass every once in a while to respect your ancestors. That's what I was told.
Well, how did your kingdom feel about
it? I went a couple times. I used to be able to go to church a lot, but it's very overstimulating, to be quite honest. Once I've gone again.
So you felt like Iran, huh? You wasn't trying to hear what the idea of negotiation of peace was.
I obeyed that for my ancestors, but I did not feel it was overstimulating. I'm not sure. Maybe that church was a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot going on. So, it was very overstimulating, even for my kids. I don't know. It was a lot going. It was the music, the sound system, everything. It had been a while since I had been at church, so the new way the way churches are is a little bit. I was like, it was a lot going on. It was yeah. Well, it was very overstimulating. That's how I can.
So the spiritual system of spirituality that you're engaging in referred you to spend some quality time in church.
It said in order to give respect, I should go to mass. Did we lose your image? Can we still hear you? Hope we didn't lose them. We lost the feed. You got to leave out and come back up. Oh, there's a lot of technical difficulties, y'all. You know, it's Mercury retrograde. People talk about what's it called? They talk about the astrology and stuff and how it doesn't work. But if you actually are in tune with astrology, you'll find out that all this stuff, like Mercury being retrograde and this, that, the other, all that stuff is relevant because all these like weird technical difficulties are happening.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. It's Mercury retrograde, and I was trying to explain. People like to say that astrology doesn't really mean anything, but when you start having these things, you bring up Mercury retrograde, you notice that this is a thing where it makes you have to kind of go back on anything that you have in technology and make sure that you have that stuff together. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
You know?
Indeed.
Check your oil, check your, different things that you probably neglected over time. Go backwards and communicate. And all these communication devices start to go haywire,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody says God is working in mysterious ways. New age trash. So somebody. This is the man in the high castle. See, here's another thing. This fool always talks about the fact that Yoruba, anything that's happening now that we're doing. I think I was talking about Tantra with Baba Awofalakun, and he said that all this stuff is new age trash. New Yoruba stuff, it's all new age. What do you think about that?
Oh, I don't.
Right.
Yeah, I don't, man. I don't entertain with.
Let's get into that because I think that this is the thing. So often you have so many people that particularly spend a lot of their time, and this is why this is a great book about psychology, because at the end of the day you have people that for some reason find it within themselves and want to impose like their thoughts onto others when they should be focusing on their own mental health. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I used to be a pastor, and I'll use this one statement since the brother is a Christian. There's a scripture that talks about the violent taketh kingdoms by force. And, when you're taking a kingdom by force, that's another way of saying they don't agree with your method. So you're going to take it by force and make them agree with your method. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the only way you're going to take a kingdom is to take it. It's not going to be given to you.
Right.
So I don't debate with people if what I follow is right. I don't debate with them if what they're following is right, because if it works for them, I'm happy for them. So you won't be able to get me online to critique a person's belief or their faith. That's not me, and that's not Ifa. Ifa is without judgment. So that's why I'm telling you I don't entertain when people sit up and say anything negative about what I follow. I just don't. I mean, that's their opinion. I don't care what their opinion is. I'm concerned about me.
Exactly. And you know what? And here's the thing. This book is a beautiful book. Like to think that somebody would take the time out to write something that is a gift for people to understand others, so that when they see a certain archetype of a person, they can look up their birthday and understand that particular thing is a beautiful thing that you took the time out to do.
I'd say.
Finally, I think that Taiwo can hear us. Welcome back to the channel, Fabale Taiwo.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, how do I pronounce your name?
You said it right.
I say.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Fabule Tabo. Fani Sagoon is also in the back, but every time we bring him up, he doesn't say anything. So I'm just kind of. Let's see if he can. Hello, are you still there? Can you hear us? Unmute yourself. Okay. All right. So he's been here, but he hasn't came. He hasn't left. But hopefully he's been able to hear the show. He said he couldn't hear for the longest. Give us some background on you. Are you what did you want to add to the discussion?
I've been going in and out. I don't even I don't know what's the topic.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's Yoruba Orisha Psychology and Astrology. We've been getting like a lot of people coming in and out, like a lot of different people that believe in different things, and because we're talking about astrology and Orisha, a lot of negativity. People saying, "Hey, that's demonic," and some people, and we've been kind of pretty much trying to explain that this is not. These things were hidden for a very long time. People did not share them. Only initiated people at any given time were the ones that actually knew this knowledge. And now you have people that are willing to share their knowledge. And so it's interesting that when people finally do come out to share the information that's been hidden for so long, you have people that wanted to go back into hiding. What are your thoughts on that?
I think people probably hid it because the information is sacred, and they just don't want everybody to be able to, I guess, utilize what can be done. You know what I'm saying? Because people probably could get a hold of what's going on, and then they'll be corrupt with it, or they'll utilize it to like hurt other people or be in other people's business. Um, so I think that's most likely like one of the reasons why people, like only the initiated, kept it within those who are initiated. That's going on within the circle of each other.
Exactly.
Um,
So it's not that the information is bad or that it's demonic. It's just that in the wrong hands, and that could be anything, right?
yep.
Even the Bible, because from what I know is that I'm gonna mute you for a second because since you're driving, it's making like a bassy noise, and when you want to speak again, unmute. Okay. Um. Yeah. Even the Bible, certain psalms and words that are in the Bible could be actually used in a way to curse people. There's certain I think it was in Solomon, right? I think there's certain curses and stuff like that are in that book, like the spells and stuff like that are in different books of the Bible. Were you aware of that?
You're referring to the book of Psalms, and
Psalms.
that's dealing with there's a couple of it just depends on what you're looking for. Anything that you're really looking for, the knowledge is out there, and you can go in that direction, and it'll give you the guidance that you're seeking. That's why we're living in an age of no.
Listen, I can take this same cup of water. I can replenish your thirst, or I can kill you with it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I could take this cup thing, and I could put it down the wrong pipe and keep pouring it, and eventually you'll suffocate. It'll fill up your lungs, and you will die. Mm-hmm. So anything that you have on this earth can be used in a nefarious way. It is what you take out of it and what you actually use it for. That's the thing that's important. Okay. So a lot of times is that we try to force our religion and our belief on something, but anything that you believe in could. People that believe in Islam, you have some people that believe in it and they're peaceful, and and you have other people that'll crash a airplane into a building and believe they're going to get 30 virgins or 100 virgins in the sky. So you have different things, different ways that things could get kind of messed up according to what you believe.
Indeed.
So it's not about what you believe, it's how you. It's not about what you do, it's how you do it, and that's just period. So let's continue on, okay? So how does Ifa explain personality development? Because Ifa is not. I think it's not only just a person, a tool that is used for health and the individual development of one's character, Iwapwele, which is good character, gentle character. How does Ifa explain personality development?
You just said it. It's through good character. It's through good character. And we have Odus. We have 256 Odus to help you elevate your character, to help you take responsibility for yourself, self-actualization.
Exactly. So can unresolved trauma influence someone's spiritual development?
Hell yes. Excuse me. Yes. Yes. That's why you go for divination. That's why you're divine for, to tell you where you are, what you need to do to elevate out of that state.
And
then
people explain exactly what is divination, because when people think of divination and sorcery, they think of it as future telling, fortune telling, perceiving, becoming like being like a telling someone the future. What exactly is divination?
Well, so that's a beautiful thing to say, because all those areas are actually hit, because if you understand how energy flows, it will bring you to past, present, and future things. But it actually is a problem-solving tool to the current mindset that you may have at that time.
It's a problem-solving tool to the current mindset that you might have at that time.
Yes.
So whatever's going on, and the body, your actual body, whatever's going on in your body, because if you're sick, that affects your mind. If your stomach is hurting or whatever, it might make you not feel too good mentally, right?
Indeed.
All these stuff, it's like it all works together. It works in tandem with each other. How does the concept of Ori compare to the modern idea of the subconscious mind?
It's just another way of saying it. It's from the Yoruba standpoint of how the Yoruba say it, but it's not just limited to the subconscious mind. The body has a mind also. So it just depends on what the person is looking for, or what is in the Odu to give the person. They may need to just understand things about their body at that time. So it's going to focus on their body at that time.
Right. So depending, right, each reading can be very different. This book because we're just going into Yoruba, then we're going to go into astrology, and then we're going to end Ifa, and then we're going to get into this book more and more, because we wanted to lay out the foundation of Ifa, Yoruba science, and then go into astrology, then go into deeply what this book is representing when it combines all these things together. How does Yoruba psychology define mental wellness?
There's no such thing as Yoruba psychology. It's just Ifa and the Orishas.
So how does Ifa define mental wellness?
The psychology is within it. Within Odu itself.
Right. So, okay, and explain Odu.
Odu is an elevated way of thinking and problem solving too. Like I said, the current state that you're in, even though you may get an Odu for today, it may deal with something that happened in your childhood, of a pattern that you've been following, and it shows you how to release that and conduct yourself in a better manner.
Okay.
To bring about
I would love to see your face while we're talking about this, because right now I'm seeing a darkness.
From me?
I guess the primordial mothers want us to see the darkness right now.
From me?
Yeah, this is a black.
I got you up here. I see everything.
You can see me. You can see yourself. I can't see you. Can everybody see? Him at all? In astrology, North Node, head, South Node, body, in Vedic,
all those things.
In Ketu, body. Okay. So all right. So it's all these things are associated. Okay. With the moon. Okay. All right.
Yes. All those things matter. All those things matter. And all those things were taken into account. Now, as far as the science behind them, that's a big lecture in itself. but the book itself will narrow down pretty much what you need based on your sun and your moon.
Okay.
And if you have an understanding of what your node is, what your Qumran is, if you understand all those things, you still can look them up by the date, and it still will collaborate with what you understand.
No, I would say not here, but okay. You guys can't see him, but if you guys can't see him, that's fine, as long as you can hear what he's saying, because that's the main thing. If you can hear. So here's a question. So let's talk about astrology and Ifa. Can astrology and Ifa coexist without contradicting each other?
Can say again?
Astrology and Ifa exist without contradicting each other.
Of course.
Could you expound that a little further?
I don't see how they contradict each other.
Because a lot of times people might say that the Orisha, that they align with a certain astrological figure,
Yeah.
and those could be. Is it true? Is that not true? Is that like the norm?
That goes back to what I was originally telling you. Your truth may not be my truth, but yet my fruit are being manifested according to my truth. And anybody else that believes in my truth, they're receiving the same thing because that's their truth. So everybody is going to have a different perspective. It's the ones that come and say that, no, this is it. This is it. If you do not understand it this way, that should be a red flag for anyone.
Why are you trying to? What you trying to? Mimicking a Yoruba accent?
No,
that was funny. Why you do that? Shouts out to our Yoruba brothers in Nigeria.
I have a friend that goes to Africa quite a bit, and whenever me and him have conversation, it always be, you're in error, even though that works. You're in error, even though that works. And I'm like, well, if it works, why is it error? Oh, because it's not according to what I'm learning over here in Osobo. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's cool.
A lot of times when it comes down to Yoruba tradition, people have been doing it, the tradition, so long, which is why as an oral tradition it has lasted so long, because everybody kind of stuck to the rules of it, So now that people are beginning to kind of integrate things and kind of like, they're becoming more enlightened as to like, oh, okay, well, this kind of sounds the same as this, and why don't we just, this is the same thing. People are like, well, but that's not how it's done here, so there's people are trying to, it sounds like they're trying to maintain the culture, but they're not actually seeing that the value in actually understanding how these things all correlate to each other. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because if you should ask yourself this here, this science, the primary people that have been broadcast for being a reason for it is the Yoruba people. So you should ask yourself, if this has been around for eons, where has it gotten the people that follow it? That's why I'm telling you that everyone is always going to have their own opinion about how something should work and how something should do, because everybody is following the particular rules of a house. And there's nothing wrong with it. The only thing that's wrong with it is when you go to telling another person that theirs is wrong. But
you know what, when you actually put it like that, because this is all based on houses, right? Elay.
Yes.
How could somebody come into my house and tell me what I'm doing is wrong?
When you let me know, I'll tell you.
That is when you think about it, that is kind of ridiculous.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much what's been happening. And if this works with my house, then why does it bother you, right?
Exactly.
But no, it must be maintained. It has to go like this. But well, that's not how I do it over here. I don't cook my potato salad with raisins in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just could you do me a favor, because I'm tired of looking at this black screen.
You want me to go out and come back in?
Yeah, I'm sorry, because it's driving. I would like to see
okay.
your expressions and face and stuff like that. Sorry, guys. It's driving me nuts. But let's hear what some people are saying in the audience. So yeah, go out and come back in. While I'm just going to read a couple of comments. Are you leaving out and coming back in? All right, there we go. Yes. Okay. Do you see this black thing right here now?
What black thing?
You don't see that black circle right there? Okay, I'm gonna just remove it. All right.
Yeah, I see you.
There was a black circle in the middle. I
I
just
see
removed
numbers, and I can't identify what's on the comment chart where that's the little circle.
No,
You
that's
have to
okay.
tell me
It's
what
okay.
it says. I can't see.
You
what it
probably
says.
couldn't see it. It's
I
okay.
don't know what's wrong with mine.
All right, can you? All right, it's okay. As long as you could, we can
No,
talk.
I don't hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Oh my God! Listen, that's how you know this is a special thing. That's how you know it's a special thing, because it's being trying to be blocked on so many levels. You know what I'm saying? I think I might want to end this live stream and take off the recording thing.
Okay.
Hello.
How about?
All right. Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna try to continue.
Okay.
All right. So anyways, do planetary energy scores correspond to specific Orisha, or is that a modern interpretation?
So that's a good question, and that's where you would need someone that understand the planetary. They can probably give you a better aspect, understanding than me, because that's not my field.
Okay, so if there's anybody out there,
there's not one thing. I don't care whether it be Orisha, whether it be Islam, whether it be any religion that you can think about. There are people that can give you a detailed answer in all aspects of what that faith stands for, because that's the part of their belief. That's the part of their system. And when I say system, I'm not just talking about the system as a whole. I'm talking about their system of thinking. So they have taken that particular part of it, and they have, I guess you can say, just probed it in and out to where they have understood all aspects of that particular area. And the planetary is one aspect that I didn't really dive into too much.
Okay, so my question is, why is divination looked down
upon? Your question. She's gonna have to read that for me. Okay. Monica, are you there?
Yes. Why is divination looked down upon in Christianity?
I don't hear you, Monica. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's.
Can you hear me now?
Come back in.
No. I don't know what's going on. We might have to read. Okay.
Hey, right. I'm gonna have to leave you in the next 9 minutes here. Okay. But go on.
We're gonna come back and do this, because we this is an hour. But this has been so much. But this has been great though so far. We got to come and bring you back, because there's so much that we didn't get to cover. Why is divination looked down upon in Christianity?
I can only give you what I know of based on when I was a pastor, and that's from Deuteronomy. Gosh almighty. The book of Deuteronomy, where you're not supposed to have anything to do with soothsayers, or what, quote, some people call witches. But you should ask yourself, if that be the case, why do I have a prophet to talk to? You're not supposed to have anything to do with a medium. If that be the case, why do you have any priest or anybody that deem they hear the voice of the Lord? Why should you deal with them? Seem like to me the Lord should speak directly to you. So those giving you that is some of the things that made me question what I was in fact following. So that is why divination is frowned on. They don't even look at the fact that the Levites themselves divine. So there's a lot I can go on with that, but again, I'm not poking holes at that. You understand? So you have to talk to somebody that's what they call Christian apologetic, to let you know why certain things are the way in the faith.
How much of our destiny is fixed versus chosen? And can astrology reveal the same things as an Ifa reading?
So I've always had an issue with people that claim, is there a destiny for your life? Is there a purpose for your life? You need to follow and find what's your plan, what God has in store for your life. I've always had a major problem with that. And the reason being is, what are you doing today? Did you purpose to have this podcast today? Yes, you did. And you did it. So now you're following your what? Destiny. It's that simple. So whatever you enjoy doing, and if you're having a problem finding what you enjoy doing or finding your so-called destiny, just understand the principle is the same. Anything that you purpose to do and you fulfill it, you purpose, that was your purpose. And when you fulfill it, that was your destiny. Keep that in mind. So anything that you don't know, like if you don't know what you want to do, so what you would go about doing then is looking at the information that's in your head. Because some of the information that's in your head is telling you what you should be doing, what you should not be doing. So you're confused. So I like to tell people, well, okay, let's look at it from another point of view. Why did you come here? What day you came here on? So I'll look up that, and then I'll tell them some things, and then we can go into divining to find out, well, all right, see, you have a problem right here with unforgiveness. So let's first learn how to elevate past unforgiveness. So then that in itself becomes your purpose and your destiny to get over that. You live your life until you get over that. Once you get over that, it may take the blinders off to where you can see other aspects of your life that you've been missing to fulfill something that is more fulfilling in your life.
I have so before we leave, because I know you said we're running short on time, I definitely wanted to show this in practice so that someone could. So if there's anyone out there that could put their birthday in the if you want, just I want to just go over a few of those things, just so people can see
the day. I need the actual day of the week, the day of the week, and their month.
The date, the day of the week,
and their month,
and
Mm-hmm.
So how do we get the day of the week?
Like you would type in, if I was born in 1977, what day was 1977? If I was born in April the 4th, what day was April the 4th in 1977? And it's going to tell you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's going to give you the day.
All right. So this is one. So this is Monday, 12/02, 1985.
Monday, 12/02. What is that? Is that
December,
a time?
December 2nd.
Okay, December 2nd. So they would be with some people. What is that? Capricorn, ain't it?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, I'm sorry. So, and it was Monday.
Yep.
So according to what I'm teaching and what I have learned is that would be Obatala energy. And that person right there, number one, if they drink, please tell them to stop. If they're a drinker, if they're any kind of substance abuser, please, please, please leave it alone. It's hindering you from figuring out who and what you're supposed to be doing. And it's hindering your relationships with people. I would also tell them, if you're not an organizer, don't leave clothes on your bed that you've washed. Don't leave clothes in your closet unattended to. Don't leave things scattered, because that will mess with your balance. But if you're an organizer, that'll point you in a higher level of thinking to where you'll be able to do things in an organized manner, to where you'll be able to draw to you other organized things that'll bring prosperity, that'll bring a good mate, it's so much that it'll bring your way just because you're organized. The bad thing is, you got to watch your tongue. You can't talk to people any kind of way. Your words are very sharp. You know where to hit people. And you should be very careful on how you talk to people. You probably have had people tell you that your words are sharp, or that you really know how to hurt them when you talk to them. Being born Monday lets me know that you got to have reciprocity. You don't like doing for people that won't do for you. You love spirituality. You like to teach, especially things that benefit you in life. Let's see, what else? You love to learn how to elevate. You love to learn, just period. You may be a person that really loves music. and you love the messages that come in music. So you really should have you some quality time with meditating if you're not a meditator. And depending on what direction you would like to go, your spirituality and your prosperity is attached to reciprocity, to dealing with people that's going to give you the same energy that you give them.
Wow. Thank you. That's Negro Ralph. Shouts out to Negro Ralph. Let me give you my birthday. Look, I want to know mine here.
Well, you still didn't say if he confirmed if it meant anything.
Well, he said no. He said you couldn't be more right. Oh, you can't see the comments.
Can't see the comments.
He said you spot on. You couldn't be more right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow.
I shame.
Okay, so mine is 6/20/1977. He says thank you.
You're welcome, brother. What day is that? That's Libra.
No, June. That's a June. That's a Gemini Monday. Gemini
what?
June 20th is Gemini. 6/06/20 Monday.
Okay, that's a Monday also.
Yep.
Okay, so so that deals with Ibeji energy, and so you can see things from heaven and from earth perspective. Problem is, you get stuck in the middle of them, and a lot of times you mush them together, and it doesn't work for you. Your task in life is to get rid of the lies within you, the things that people have said to you about who you are or who they think you are, and your spirituality, will help you. Whatever spiritual system you choose will help you. I don't care if it's Islam, whatever spiritual system you choose, it will help you because you understand how to look at things from a spiritual point of view and a metaphysical point of view, or earth plane point of view. But you're going to have to get rid of the lies that are within you. You carry the energy of royalty also. You'll know how to rule, and you'll know how to be sweet because you carry Oshun's energy too. The Ibeji were made by Oshun and Shango, and they carry those two energies. So this is another person that they're very witty, but they have to be careful on how they talk with people. Most folks consider them two-faced because they see things from two perspectives. They'll see the things from, like, say you get in an argument with somebody, they'll see it from that point of view, and they'll see it from your point of view. And if you agree with each person's point of view, then they'll tell you you're two-faced because here it is, you're hearing both people. No, you're not two-faced. You actually are capable of understanding and judging from both points of view. So for those who are Ibeji, or what some people call Gemini, if people call you two-faced, just look at them and say thank you, because you can see things from two ways of thinking. Don't limit yourself to just being on the ground, because that's another thing. Some of them just limit themselves to being grounded, and they don't experience what the upper has to offer. You understand?
Right. So, okay, someone just put 6/17 on a Saturday. Ibeji. I'm sorry, that's June 17th. That's our birthdays are 3 days apart from each other. But she's on a Saturday. I'm on a
okay, so being born on a Saturday, so Ibeji also spent quality time with a Orisha called Oya, and for this for the individual that's born on Oya, she has a quick temper. This young lady that we're talking about right now, you poke her the wrong way, she gonna get with you, and she gonna get with you in a royal way. You can believe that. Some people even tell her that she too feisty, or that she always got something to say. She has a quick tongue. So I mean, don't let that irritate you too much. But that goes back to where I was saying, people that are born in that energy have to go within themselves and get rid of the lies that were taught to them. There's a lot of issues that through your childhood, you have adopted to believing that it is in fact you. I don't care if it's through abuse. I don't care if it's it's still abuse. I don't care how you grew up with the lies, but you can't let that define who you are. The Beji was always guided by Obatala. So it will behoove you to get into a spiritual system that appeases the anger in you, that helps you look at things from a calm standpoint and help you, what people would say, articulate your ideas or your thoughts without you wanting to jump and chop somebody's head off just because they don't agree with what you have to say. But you're what some people will call a medium. So you have the ability to know when things are not right with other people. You actually sometimes may have the words to say to people and you don't know where the words come from. You have the ability to also be what some people will call a necromancer, meaning that there can be spirits that'll speak through you. That is an art that you really should learn, in my opinion, because you could be living your life entertaining some other way of thinking and it not really be you. It'd be a spirit from your forefathers or your mama family that you are actually operating in.
Wow. That exists, that you could be that a person could that has like maybe that gift of necromancy, that they can be operating in a different spirit
and don't even know that it's the spirit operating in them. They just find themselves doing things that they're like, I don't do this. This is not me. And instead of them really taking into account of where that came from, they just keep living life.
Wow. And Negro Ralph just said you are the truth. Shouts out. Does anybody else have any more why is millennial? You want to do yours? He's he does astrology as well. But that's interesting. So we go by moon. So you have moon, Monday, Saturday. How important are the days, the importance of those days when it comes down to astrology and understanding what Orisha is aligned with those days? Can you hear me? Hello? Did we get frozen again, guys? Oh, Lord. Here we go. Just when I think we're doing good. Let's see. All right. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, he said he's going through every word. Yeah. Listen, we're gonna bring him back so he could do some more of this, because we get to hear the tarot aspect of things. We never get to really get into Ifa and some of the Patakis and the. Oh, okay. I was gonna say me and you going back. Okay, all right. So, yeah, he froze. Hopefully, he'll be able to come back. But so that was very special guest. I wanted to just tell you guys about his book. You can actually get it from this. Yep, 9 minutes is up. And look, the spirit is moving because hey, they said, listen, there was a lot going on, a lot of things stopping the flow of things. So, but here is the actual book that he has, and this is where he's able. So please support him with his book OgunGbemi Nora. And you can find it at that link right there. Please support him with his book. We're gonna definitely bring and we gotta get his Cash App. Yeah, let me call him and see if he can come out and get his Cash App. Hold on. Let's see if I can get him to at least come back and unfortunately when we have he came back on his own. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. What, did your phone die?
Yes.
Because man, it was getting good too, right? I just showed your book and everything.
Say again.
I just showed your book and where to go get it from. It's called the Book Patch, right?
Yes.
Bookstore.
Yes. Did that answer the young lady's question?
Yes, yes. He's they're trying to get your cash app so that they can give you a blessing for the information.
Oh, well, thank you. Let me see here. It's what is it? I don't know it by heart. What is it? $sign E EYOMI.
EYOMI $EYOMI.
Yes, it'll be a picture of my daughter.
Okay. See, that's how genuine and how blessed. People weren't even expecting people to want to bless them with something, with a blessing for their information. So
thank you.
So you're right. You know what I'm saying? That's
you.
A beautiful thing. So yes, he says he needs that brother up again and his cash app. So yes, if you guys want to, we got to bring you back so we can go through this. I think that's going to be really good. Again, if you want to give a blessing to brother Ivan, aka OgunGbemi. Why do I want to keep calling you OgunGbemi?
That's quite all right, because my original name that was given to me by oh man, what was his name? God, peace. Oh gosh, what was that Baba's name? He used to call me OgunGbemi, and he told me it was because the ancestors bear me up. They bear me up. Yeah, it was later that I got OgunGbemi because I'm considered to be the savior of my people.
Okay. Wow. So yeah, the egg, but for some reason
cool.
I want to keep calling you Egun. I don't know why.
Look, I'm going to answer to it because that's what it originally was. I'm
right.
fine with that. I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's
Benro is the name. Benro is the name of the tribe that gave me the name OgunGbemi.
OgunGbemi. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
So, sir, you're better than any Babalao that's been on this podcast. Okay.
Oh, well, thank you. Wait a minute now.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You haven't done any. The Babalaos haven't done any readings, so you don't know how. It's like we got to do. Everybody does read. Let's not do that. Let's have respect for people.
I appreciate the look. My
that's a compliment. That's a blessing.
Is blown clean off my shoulders.
What are you walking around like? Oh.
Yeah, I gotta take a shower to cool that thing off. much gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Much gratitude.
Right. He says, "Embrace the truth. Embrace it." Hashay. So.
Man, wait till they see this second book. If they think that one, man, boy.
Why should we see the second book? Right. When can we bring you? When Negro Ralph says you did ask the best. Right. Somebody said, because you know what? Because a lot of times, when you, I think are you're combining the Odu with the astrology? What is it?
There you go. There you go. So each what some people call pataki or stanza has an Odu with it, and it tells you what the problem of the person was. And sometimes they use Orishas in those stories. So if you know how to read astrology, you're able to find out what energy was under that at that time. And that's pretty much what I do.
And so this actually points to how accurate Odu can also be as well.
Ashe. There you go. Ashe. Indeed.
Do you give us your information on your Facebook so that people can see where you're
on Facebook? I'm just under Ivan Kibbe. IVANKI.
Ivan Kibbe. Let me show Ivan Kibbe, aka OgunGbemi. Ivan Kibbe. I keep saying it. I didn't got.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not offended.
Let's see. Let me try to change how this looks so people can see your actual name. No, people can see your name, OgunGbemi. Okay. It's not showing your name down there. Okay. Well, let me just put your name so people can. On Facebook, look up Ivan Kibbe.
Yes.
Is it, if anybody else wants to put their date of birth in, still he'll be able to give you the reading as a real quick rundown, and then we got to bring him back because I know he did say he had somewhere to go
Yeah.
at. And
Yeah.
so we're gonna do one more. If anybody's down to like get their birth date read. Let's see. You know what? If nobody says okay, let me do. I'm gonna do my daughter.
Okay.
12/01, December 1st. So she's a Sagittarius, and let me see, December 1st. What day is December 1st? What day is December 1st? All right, Friday, December 1st.
Ooh, that's a real good one right there. So, Friday is considered Shango Day according to how I teach and divine it. And so her being born on that Friday, she's, don't take this the wrong way, she's extremely demanding. She thinks things should go her way. And if she don't get things her way, she pouts. Of course, you know, everybody pout when they don't get their way. But it seems like it's like a real strong force when she doesn't get her way. And you like, gosh almighty, look at this. It's because she has the Obatala energy. She has the power of her tongue, and Shango energy. She has the power of her tongue. That young lady, you really should groom her to believe for certain things and to speak those things. Those things will start happening. So anything that you need in your house or need for your family, you should really start grooming her to speak and believe that those things she said come to pass. Because when you have the authority of Shango, you have the authority of a king. When you speak something, it goes out to accomplish what you sent it out to do. If you really study water, you know, when we speak, you know, we say it's breath, but it's actually water that we're speaking. So it sends off a ripple and it goes and accomplishes what you want it to do, whether it be for your benefit or for your detriment. So me personally, if she was my daughter, I would groom her to believe in the best for her life and the best for the household life, and to never speak negative about anybody, because her words are going to carry weight. And be, you know, really critique the things that she demanding you for. Make sure that it's not something that she should have. You know, some will just be like, I ain't doing that for you just because our parents told us, I ain't getting that to you. But think about it. You want kids' life to be better than yours, right? So why should we say you spoiling them rotten, when here it is, you always say within yourself, I'm gonna give my kids whatever they want. You're just gonna give them whatever they want that's not detriment to them.
Right.
So make sure you analyze the things that you quick to say, I ain't getting you nothing. You know, make sure you
I try to, but you know what, you got that man, this is all explicit. People are already they're sitting more stuff in. Okay, when you do one more, people look, they already sitting more dates in. They like, okay, man, this is getting too good, put more dates in there. Okay, 4/21 Saturday, what is that? Is that April 21st? That's what is that?
4/21, that's a Aries. I think that's Aries. Is that
uh
Aries? If that's Aries. I believe that's Aries.
Let me see, I think it is
Yeah, I think that
Taurus. That's a Taurus.
Taurus. I thought it started at 19. Yeah, it just started 19. Okay, so that person right there, and she said a Saturday.
Yep, Saturday.
So that person right there will be born under the energy of Oshun. Um, whoever she is, she always find people giving her stuff. They give her stuff, and she's like, "Oh, thank you," but it be stuff that make other people jealous that she got it and they didn't get it. Or why are people giving you stuff all the time and not me? So she also she's meant to bring change, not just to her own life, but to her family life. It doesn't matter if she's adopted. It don't matter how it is. It's meant she's meant to bring change to her lineage. So if she's connected still to her family or connected to whatever family that she's connected to, she's meant to bring change there. She should be careful with her temper. She's also a medium, so she has to make sure she find out who she is. So she should start investigating what's going on in her life according to, the things that have been done to her that have warped her way of thinking about certain things. She knows what areas need to be touched in. Those areas she's supposed to change so she can help other folks that are ignoring those areas or don't want to face those areas, because she has the sweetness and the nurturing ability to help them change those areas. And that's what being born on Saturday means, to change Oya's energy, to change those areas.
Wow. So Saturday. So if we broke those Orisha down by day, could you give us day of the Orisha so that people can understand when you're bringing these things, to understand when you're saying that each day represents an Orisha?
Yes. So Monday would be what we call Eshu. If you're born on those days, that means that you're a person that really should you got to have reciprocity, and you have to learn to receive spiritual instruction. Essential spiritual understanding is what Eshu stands for. Essential spiritual understanding. Some people call him the messenger. So you have to learn to receive messages and to give messages. Tuesday would be Ogun Day. These are people that have to learn how to transform their life. They remove blockages and obstacles in their own life that impede their spirituality, and the same with other people. Like they help them remove blockages and obstacles, or they cause blockages and obstacles. Wednesday, Yemoja. These are people that are nurturing folks. They know how to take care of things. They find themselves being like a big mama for folks. I don't care if they're a man. They still find themselves nurturing other men, knowing how to talk to other men, knowing how to cool them down. Thursday would be Oshun Day. You're loving. You know how to build things out of relationship. And if you don't, you need to learn how to build things out of relationship, because that's where your wealth is attached to. Friday is Shango Day, which is the king. He wasn't made king, he was born king. So these are people that can be very demanding, but if they're balanced, the things that they demand are the things that Obatala has taught Shango, which would bring their life into balance, or will bring other people's life into balance. On the other hand, they're negative. They can destroy people's life by what they say, take away people's peace, etc., etc. Saturday is Oya Day. That day is Oya. She brings change. Some people call her the lady that stands at the graveyard. It just really depends on what culture that you take Oya from. But all the information is valid. So these are people that are good at being mediums. A lot of times they may lose themselves in not knowing who they are, meaning they adopt to other people's personality and perception of things, because they don't know who they are, because they carry the ability to have other energies flow through them so they can channel and help and set themselves free and other people as well. Sunday is Obatala Day. Obatala is chief of the white cloud. He's of peace. Everything that deals with tranquility, everything that deals with love, good character, pleasantness, to bring balance to people's life. But on the other hand, if you're a person that's given over to drugs, I've had a debate with different people about the drug thing. If your Ori think that it's okay with smoking weed and doing shrooms, that's your business. I'm telling you from the standpoint of what causes you to be imbalanced. Anything that causes you to be imbalanced, that interferes with Obatala's flow and Obatala's energy.
So man, that's interesting. So we have a few questions in the audience. I think someone wanted to ask if you are Pan-African.
Of course. Is that a trick question?
You know, is it a trick? Of course.
Yeah,
How
of
can we?
course.
How can you practice African spirituality and not?
Yeah, of course. I'm fun with people. I mean,
Also,
I'm ultimately
Negro Ralph
for.
said to protect this man at all costs.
Well, thank you. I'm for all people, but mine first. I gotta take care of my own house first.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And so, that man, but this is really powerful. This is a powerful way that you're able to do this, and you're able to do it fast too.
I say.
You know, because a lot of times, even when you get readings from Babas, they might have to go. There's so many books and Odus they got to read through. So it's interesting how quick you were able to do that. Just, or is that just from practice, or is that from the just writing and reading the book?
um, I told my brother, maybe on your next show I'll explain to people my educational field, and then that might make them really feel like, how in the world? So I just know how to listen.
Hmm. Someone says Islam has three goddesses that remind me of Oshun, Yemoya, and Oya. They are Al Alat, Manat, and Al Usa. Check them out; it's everywhere.
And
Pre-Islamic.
who's to say that they're not like Oshun?
Hmm.
Because see, she has the eyes to see it, so she'll be able to articulate it to someone that can't see it. That's a
Somebody says
gift. That's part of her authenticity.
they are two: the crescent moon, the star, and the cube. But does it? Wait,
I've
was
heard
it
about the
Oshun?
cube. I've heard about the
Yes,
cube.
but cube is Saturn. So the cube that'd be Saturday, right? Saturn. That's cube is represents Saturn. The star is the moon. This is Venus, and then I think when you have the moon, right, and that star that's right there, is that Venus?
I'm
Luci-
misunderstanding what you're saying.
Lucifer. Okay, so technically it is Oshun Yemoya. If you actually go by what those symbols are, right? Because Oya is Saturday, right?
Okay, see what that's the main thing that I'm talking about right there. If if she has a way of explaining it to you from what you just mentioned to me, then there's no one that can take that away from her, because that's confirmed to her and that worked for her. And she'll probably be able to convince anybody else that will hear her that um, understands the authority of her authenticity. You can't. Everybody has a voice. There's no one on this planet that does not deserve to be heard or express their authenticity. Is the problem is that you have an entity that have taught you that you're supposed to be the shit, not nobody else. And that's not cool. So that the criticism game is falling apart, and I'm glad it is falling apart, because it's not getting anybody anywhere. What how is that going to make you great because you made somebody else seem like shit? I don't. Excuse me. I'm can we say that on here?
Yeah, go. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And
I'm
look,
sorry.
look. We have our best friend, and they've come back. You know, our best buddy says total confusion. Repent of your sins and believe in the name of Jesus. Okay, I repent of my sins and I believe in the name of Jesus. So does
Okay.
that make you happy now?
Okay. But listen,
Okay.
love
Anyways,
love all of you. I have to go. I am behind. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you for love offerings, man. Thank you.
did you? Oh man, did you gotten some blessings? Okay, amen. That's you listen. Amen.
I,
Amen. Hallelujah.
I don't know, because my daughter hasn't told me yet. I believe she's asleep.
Please obey
So,
His word. Amen. Hallelujah. Yes. Thank you,
but
Lord.
but anybody that has sent me something, please know that you are much appreciated. Thank you very, very much.
When we gotta revisit this, and we gotta get the camera and everything. I know what's happening. I know exactly what the problem is. It's because I have local recordings turned off, and it's making everything weird. But and it's also Mercury retrograde, and everything's going haywire. So,
Well,
uh,
what I'm have plans to do
mhm.
is I'm going to have a session where I go to Pan Africa, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to discuss this book as well as part 2 to this book, which shows you how to deal with particular traumas that you may have based on the month that you're born in.
Oh, when are you going to be doing that? We'll probably be in the house. We'll be able to record that live.
Indeed. So we're I'm going to talk with Mama Kwete about the date and time, and I'll let you know. But if it be an extended length of time before we can do it, we'll just come back on the show and talk about it.
Yeah, because I think that people are excited. This is very much needed. Your book is very much needed. It's very much appreciated that you took the time out to write this book. It's because it's a guide, you guys. This is a guide, because people, if you don't want to go see a psychiatrist or go see and you want to understand yourself, and you want to understand others and why they're acting this way. What he's doing is combining the astrology of that person and the Odu, which is a pretty detailed explanation on how an energy comes into being. Correct?
I say.
And explain a little more about the book so we can get out of here. I know you're trying to get the heck out of here.
You really have covered just about everything. It shows the person the things that they should be looking at. We have a thing that's called Keep Your Eyes on Your Own Mat. So it really shows you how to pay attention to yourself. But at the same time, it shows you why certain people may be conducting themselves the way they conduct themselves. So that'll help you operate in love toward them. Because you can say, oh, they just acting like Ogun. Oh, they just acting like Oshun. Oh, they just acting like, because you'll know, and then you'll know why you're conducting your business the way you're conducting it. I say.
Right, exactly. Thank you so much. Can you still hear me? I hope so, because we've been going in and out this whole time. But brother, okay, finally. What did you want to say? Do you have anything that you wanted to add to the conversation?
What's the topic?
Oh Lord, we gotta bring you. You gotta come back next time. Hey, you know what? Let's try to do this again next Sunday. Let's try to do it again next Sunday.
Okay. What is next Sunday? What's the date?
It's June 20th. Yeah.
Yeah, we may be able to do it on the 5th. I will let you know, Miss Lady.
Okay, if not, or like on Friday, because I do the thing with I will follow Kun, and then we could probably do it on Friday if that's even better. Okay,
I'll get with you Wednesday and let you know for sure my time.
So guys, look forward to, we'll be bringing Ivan, aka OgunGbemi, back again to further discuss his book without the technical difficulties. We're going to claim that. And also, if you've got any more people that want to run their dates or get more information on, get some, put it into practice, please check out his book that is right here. Check out his book. Please support him. It's called Yoruba Orisha Psychology and Astrology. Type that into Google if you can't click the link. Okay, much love, and please and send any blessings that you guys want to send.
Please, thank you.
Send any blessings to his Cash App at EYOMI, $EYOMI. Much love, and I really appreciate your time and effort that you came here today on a Sunday. Well, we're gonna have to bring you back too. I gotta get your information in the back. So stay up. We gotta figure out how to bring you on and introduce you to, or if you want to talk or discuss a certain subject, we can bring you on as well. With that, I just want to say, is there any final words you guys want to say before we roll out?
Love yourself.
That it? Come on now. Come on now.
Be divine in the line.
I see.
In your path and in your life. Don't worry about nobody else. Like my Baba always say, do your best not to be judgmental about what other people doing, what they got going on. It's Sunday, it's the start of a new week, so that means you got a clean slate, to make change, to get better, to do better, just to stay better. That's my message.
All right, so 1Door3 says, have a good day. I love the live. It was good. People enjoyed it. And you know, and I want to say this for finality. You know, Mr. Biblical Theology, you know, shouts out much love to you. You know what I'm saying? I hope may the blessings of the Lord Jesus be upon you.
Indeed.
And I hope that God continues to bless you, and I will continue to hope that God continues to fulfill your life with nothing but abundance. Okay. And also to my audience in the whatever your religion is, whether you be Christian or Hindu or whatever you call it, I believe that that I want you guys to have a great week. Starting off, this is a new week, and that anything going on that might be, that I pray that everything goes great in your week. And for all that, I want to say thank you and much love. Peace, guys.
Just when I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah, yeah, yeah. See, if you believe in the God in you,